Hi everyone. It's been far too long since I have put up anything. It's been a hell of a 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks. I'll be 4 weeks post-surgery this coming Wednesday the 23rd. Had the surgery on May 26th as planned, and it's been interesting. As you can see behind me, I'm in the hospital again. The surgery went really well, really well. I felt fantastic afterwards. Had a great time in Brisbane. Forgot what it was like to be in a real city. Not that Kansas isn't a real city, but I do live out there ways, and yeah, it was nice to have choices. Got out. I was in hospital for probably a bit longer than some, probably due to the diabetes. But I think the most fantastic thing is, and diabetics, pay attention here, really important. I haven't had a needle at all since the night before surgery. So am an insulin free since the 25th of May, and I am over the moon. It made a huge difference to how I feel and everything. It was phenomenal, and that's the major reason why I had the surgery, was to get off the bloody needles that I have. So goal number 1 has been achieved. Obviously there's been a few problems, but I'll back up a bit and talk about the really good things. And there are really lots of good things. I didn't really lose any weight the first week. I was on a lot of fluids, a lot of IV fluids. I was probably had the nasal gastric tube in for about 3 days, and that was challenging, really challenging. Had a few problems in hospital. I have really shocking veins, so they had to put in what's called a PICC line. For those of you who don't know what a PICC line is, it's basically an intravenous line that goes in through your arm, actually sits over your heart, and that's how they inject fluid and everything like that. It was just one of those things, and it was actually probably really quite good that it worked out that way, because I was in hospital not quite a week. And then discharged and got on the 1st of June. Was at the supermarket with my daughter, and we're looking at little baby yogurts and little baby things, all kinds of exciting and different food choices about what can I have in soup, and was on soup and yogurt and called free fluids or full fluids. And that went really brilliant. The next day we were downtown at Queen's Plaza shopping at the sale at David Jones. I mean, I was there for the whole day. I paced myself. I sat down when I needed to. I was a bit concerned about what I was going to eat. I managed to get little juice boxes of V8 juice, which little tiny 250 gram boxes of V8 juice, they were really yummy. It was just the right size. I had those with me. Sumo salad actually makes a really good pumpkin soup that's really thick and creamy and isn't going to screw up anything. And I was able to get that in the food court, and it went really well. Had some pineapple juice, was able to keep up, and we did some serious stop till you drop. And I was amazed. I think my daughter was even more amazed. And I attribute a lot of that to the fact that I'm not on the insulin anymore, because stuff really did make me really sick and feel really cruddy. It was really good. We went to see the opening of Sex and the City 2. Sorry for those people who don't like it. It's a big thing for my daughter. She loves it. She's in that age bracket of young 24, and it was great. And gold class, which is something we don't have up in the far north, and so we experienced that, and I thought, well, what am I going to have? I can't go to gold class and not have anything. And so it was interesting making new food choices. And so what I went with this, I had a series of Turkish dips. I didn't have the bread. I gave the bread in the little baguettes to her. And I had the dips, and the dips were absolutely the right consistency. You took it slow, and had a bit of liquid and through it, and I had some juice boxes with me, and it worked out really well, and it was great. Sit back in a recliner in Go class and watch it. Not a cinematically fantastic film, but an entertaining film, and it was really, 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 really lovely. Went to Surfers Paradise. That didn't work out so well. That's when things, as I look back now, started to go a bit kind of wonky. One of the things I was able to do on one of the days, we went off shopping. And had a really good time because I wanted to get some interim clothes because I didn't have anything that fit. I'd lost a fair bit on the 3-week shake diet thing before I had the surgery, and really I didn't have any pants that fit, and I really kind of felt kind of sloppy. And so we went off shopping to pick up a few things as an interim stuff, and had a really good time. I did have some wonton soup, the clear broth, and I kind of probably shouldn't have, but I did munch the wontons, and I chewed them really good. The sausage part, because it was already minced, and I actually could have that. I was ready to go up to a minced, a mashed, sort of a soft mashed, and then to a minced. And then the weekend after that didn't probably go so hot. Got back up to the far north, and things kind of went downhill, and I thought maybe it was me, or I wasn't really sure. Anyway, what it ended up being is I ended up having stomal stenosis. I've got some pictures, and when I can get them off the doctor here, I'll show everyone what it is, but basically means that the stomal opening that they've created in the stomach pouch has actually tried to heal itself, and which is really odd in a diabetic. We don't usually heal very well, but it tried to heal up, and it closed in a spectacular fashion. It went down to 3 millimeters, and it was like really itty bitty, and I couldn't get any food down. And I had graduated. I'd only been eating real mashed food, like a bit of really moist tuna mixed with some really wet mashed potatoes, and I hadn't had that for about a day and a half, and I was eating that, and I started getting really, really sick, and a terrible pain right here. And at first thought I was having a heartburn or GERD or something, and I spent Queen's birthday weekend feeling like life as I know it was coming to an end, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought maybe it wasn't either the right thing, or it was really not the most pleasant thing in the world. Actually did find out it was stomal stenosis, and to get the right thing happening, because we weren't sure how much it collapsed, if I was going to need it, tweaking of surgery or what was going to happen. So I did have to come back to Brisbane, and I'm still here, and I'll probably be here for another 3 days. I had last Friday I had a endoscopic procedure to have a look and see what was going on. They dilated the opening. They've gotten it up to 10 millimeters. It's probably shrunk a bit. It's Monday night, the 21st, I think. It is. It's wow. It's winter solstice, far out. It just occurred to me. Wow. And I'll have to have another dilation again on Wednesday, and then hopefully I can go back to the Far North on Thursday. So that's the latest. I will try and fill in a few more blanks when I can. I might even make another one tonight. Who knows? This is the first time I've actually felt really, really decent. So I might make another part 2 to this, because there is some pretty cool stuff that's happened in the last 24 hours. So thanks for watching, and know that it was the right thing, and it's a great deal. So catch you later. Cheers.